Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome, 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗆 here. This is Sweet Transit. It's a unique city builder where the railway is king and trains are the sole means of transportation. Quaint villages will expand to bustling cities, farms to industrious factories, and steam-powered rail to combustious diesel and beyond in this interconnected train-driven world. Sounds like fun. The developers... publishers rather, Team 17 have sent this over to me. This game is developed by 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗃. I forgive my pronunciation. It's an early access game, £17.49 on Steam. And yeah, I think it could be fun. So let's jump into the tutorial. Basics. Welcome aboard Sweet Transit, a strange world where trains are the only way to travel, literally. The goal is to build a thriving colony in which inhabitants can prosper. This tutorial will introduce you to the basics. Good audio, by the way. One other thing I want to highlight is it's got a really great soundtrack, but I can't show you that because of YouTube's stupid audio policy. But yeah, it's really quite good. Some really good songs on there. Let's start by learning how to navigate the world. You can move the camera in 4 ways, using WASD, holding the middle mouse button and moving the mouse, holding the right mouse button, holding the left mouse button whilst holding shift. Okay. Zooming in and out is done by page up or page down, or using in or out, or zoom out using the map view. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's a little... That's what games looked like back in the 90s, the 80s and 90s, by the way. They've evolved a bit. Shift and A or Shift and D to rotate. Okay, that's rather abrupt. Let's look over the user interface. The top of the screen is designed to help with the expansion of your colony. Okay. One thing I've got to say... Let's just go into settings here. General map UI scale. Let's bring that right up. Oh, actually, let's bring that back to what it was. Let's just bring... There we go. There we go. Because I'm playing on 4K, I can hardly see a thing. I imagine you guys can't see anything either. There we go. Let's look over the user interface. The top of the screen is designed to help with the expansion of your colony. The time control panel shows you the current date and time. The time can be adjusted if you ever decide you need a change in pace. Use space to pause or unpause the game. Pausing the game gives you a chance to stop the trains and make changes to your network without disrupting their routes. The information bar shows the status of all your resources, trains and key buildings. Pressing on each section will provide more detailed information. So population, whatever that is, warehouse, routes, whatever that is, and then wealth. Okay. The unlock list shows current tasks which unlock new items. Villages and cities have their own tasks which are shown when selected. If you're ever feeling lost, use this list as a guide on how to progress. Okay. The problems list shows all current problems as well as how to solve them. Clicking on a problem will cycle through destinations that are affected by it, helping you keep on top of the situation and get that number of problems down. Click on a problem. There's not enough workers at the potato farm. Efficiency is below 100% at the wood farm. Okay. Section UI shows the general information of the selected group. The sawmill and its farms and storage units are all included in the same group. With grouped information, you don't need to sort through them all individually. Select wood storage. Oh, that's what that is there. That's wood storage. Capacity is 100. The context box shows specifically selected structure information. The storage unit can store additional wood for the sawmill. And now, the final and most impactful part of the user interface, the build tools. The build menu provides you with everything you need to expand a colony. You can click on a highlighted button or use the B hotkey to build what is selected. The expansion menu is available when a building or village that can be expanded is selected. Select any part of your village to open the expansion menu for it. Select the labour residents from the build menu and build 4 of them in your village. Labourers residents. All buildings in a village need to be connected by roads, which allow workers to travel between their residences, work and various service buildings in the village. Without roads to connect them and people to access them, a building is just a building. Connects residences to the village hall with a road. Is that a road? It looks like straw or hay or something. Okay. Congratulations, the village is up and running and the inhabitants are free to move around. Speaking of moving around, it's time to learn about trains, the only means of transportation in Sweet Transit. Select the train. Trains can be customised to make it easier to keep track of them or to express your creative side. Try changing the name and colour of this train by using the highlighted interface selection. We'll call this Red 1 and we'll make it... How do you change the colour? Oh, thank you. Thank you for answering that. And we'll make it green. Perfect. Assign a route. Follow the train. How do I follow the train? Is there not like an auto? Oh, F. Double click it. There we go. Now that we have an understanding of trains, it's time to learn how to create and control train routes. Open the routes menu with Ctrl R or by clicking the highlighted routes menu button. Is that the routes menu button? I don't know where that is. Let's just press Ctrl R. We'll figure it out later. This menu allows you to create and edit routes, and this step will create a route to transfer workers from your village to the sawmill and back. Create a new route by clicking the Add Route button. As your colony expands, you'll have many routes to manage, which can be rather overwhelming. Naming them clearly, for example, Workers Wood 1, will help me find them in future. Each route consists of a sequence of stations that trains will visit. Excuse me. In this case, we want to use Cologne 1 and the Wood 2. Select a destination. Cologne 1. Wood 2. In addition to knowing where to go, trains also need instructions on what to do on their arrival. Destinations use actions to do so. In this example, we'll need to load and unload workers. Set the action at each destination to swap workers. Our train is off to a great start. It knows where it's going and what it needs to do. The final step is to add a wait condition to tell the train how long it needs to stop for. For time past. 20 seconds. Okay, is that for both? Finally, we assign your newly created route, Workers Wood 1, to the train named Passenger Train. Assign the route. Okay, let's click on this. Press Ctrl Shift and right mouse button. Ctrl Shift. Okay. There's a lot of controls here, I've got to be honest. And I think when you get a tick on a tutorial thing, it should really go to the next thing for you without making you click next. But anyway, congratulations, you've learned the basics of taking your first steps into the world of Smart Transit. You can continue the ride, deepen your understanding by going through the other tutorials, or start a new adventure in a new game. I think we'll do a new adventure in a new game. Village building. In this tutorial you'll learn how to build and expand villages. Villages are the heart of your colony and is well supplied. We'll give you a home to the workers who man your industries. Okay. To build a village, we must first start with a warehouse. Warehouses are used to store the goods you'll need for construction and upkeep. Remember, placement of your warehouse is important. Your colony may continue to grow and bring in new goods from all over. So make sure your warehouse has plenty of space for stations and rails from all directions. So we want to put it somewhere with space. Space seems to be the key thing. So we've got here coal. I don't know what these are right now, but let's put it here. This seems to be a zoom in to exit the map view. Yeah. Build the warehouse. Wants me to put it there. Okay. Now that we have a warehouse, let's build our first village. We start with the village hall, which will be our main building, and then we'll build up from there. Wow, we're going to put the first village all the way over here, huh? Now that we have a warehouse, blah, 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 blah. You'll also need a water source. Once you get workers, you'll need a way to help provide them with food. So make sure you build in range of a coastline. Blimey, so we've got to feed them as well. That is interesting. The selection window shows the general information for your village, including goods stored and workforce population. Inhabitants need a place to stay. Building residences provide housing for them and also allows more people to move in. What? Do you just want me to fill in all these gaps? Okay, let's just go right ahead and do that. There's a lot of houses to start with. I was thinking maybe 4, 6 at a push. This is quite a lot. Okay. Hovering your mouse over a problem icon. Expansion builder must be connected to the parent building. Yes, we know this. Connect residences to the hall. Oh wow, like literally only way you say. Okay. Don't get creative yet. You're not in charge. Inhabitants need services to be happy. As your settlements expand, the number of needs you have to meet will expand too. Remember to keep an eye on their needs. Otherwise, unhappy inhabitants will work less and refuse to pay taxes. Select a residence building. Hover over a service icon. What's a service icon look like? Water service. Okay. The water tower provides water to the nearby residents. Residents can only use service buildings if they are within walking distance. Right, so let's centralise that. Cool. I like that. Alright, this is looking good. You can improve labour residences by providing goods to your village. Each requirement met will increase inhabitant capacity or taxes gained from that residence. Hover over residence goods icon to learn what it does. Potatoes provides 5 food. provides 10 people and 4 houses. 4 housing? I don't know what that means. 5 people and 1 housing. 5 people and 1 housing. Okay. We'll learn more about that in time, I guess. Village building. Now that you have workers, it's time to feed them. The first goods you have to access to are fish, which you get through using a fishing dock. As you may recall, we recommended building villages near a coastline. That's because a fishing dock can only be built on a shore. Kind of makes sense. So now we need a road, right? All production facilities such as the fishing dock need to store their goods in nearby storage. It's a small storage. Whack that there. There. Wait. Remember, storage buildings have a limited reach and can only support a limited amount of production. To rotate a structure, press Q or E. Oh, so I've got to rotate it. Why do I have to rotate it? Okay. As long as there are enough goods, living space and work, people will continue to move in the village and help it to grow. But to do so, they need to be able to get to work. Most work is done outside of your village. Workers will need to travel to farms and facilities around the colony. You can help get them and the goods where they need to go by building a station. Cool. Right, build a small station. Stations have a limited range, so make sure you place your station where it can reach as much of your village as possible. Remember, stations and villages must be connected by a road. Select a station from the logistics section of the build menu and then build it. From the logistics section. Is that it? Small station. Okay. Trains can only load and unload when the wagons are stopped by either the station or connected platforms. Build some platforms to extend your station. I see. Oh, all the way across? Wow, okay, that's quite a big station. Quite a big platform, rather. Your village's attractiveness rating can be lowered by certain buildings, such as fishing docks. If your village is too unattractive, it will affect your inhabitants' happiness, and tourists from other settlements won't want to come and visit. No one wants to come to an ugly village, after all. Bloody hell. You can make your village look more attractive by decorating it. Select fur from the build menu and decorate to your liking. It's got to do it, isn't it? Surrounded by trees. Build decorations until the village is attractive again. Oh. Is that the attractiveness rating? It's 0.2. So we're just going to bang in. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Service buildings such as the market are necessary to keep your villages productive. Some of your inhabitants and the fishing dock miss market services and would appreciate it if you would build one. If you built one. Build a market near residences that need it. So these guys need apples. Not necessarily apples, just the ability to sell stuff at market, right? So let's go there. And almost everyone's happy. There's a few people that are not happy. Oh. Should I have built it somewhere where everyone is happy? Seriously? I don't think I was meant to build 3. I think that was a bit of a cock-up. Anyway. Now it's time to apply your newfound village knowledge. Expand your village to a total of 400 inhabitants. Keep building and growing your population. Build the village you desire. Grow your village to a 400 capacity. Okay, so we've got 344, so we're going to... Let's build some more houses. I've got a slight problem there, haven't we? Cannot build on a mountain. Okay. Oh no, that house there cannot get. Darn. Okay, it's not going to let us build any houses, any trees. I don't really know why. But okay. Back a few more people up here. What? Have I run out of money? No. Oh, have I done it already? Oh my god, that happened so fast. Oh yeah, we're 434. I didn't even notice. Okay, let's move on. Congratulations, you've learned how to build and expand villages. Keep building great settlements. Thank you. Is that just letting me continue from where I left off? Right. Exit to main menu. Tutorial, village building, expansion, signals. Here we go. In this tutorial, you'll learn about rail signals and how to use them to control the rail network. Rail signals divide rails into blocks. There can only be one train per block. Here, a coloured block means that it is reversed by a train, and a white block means that it is available. Reserved by a train, sorry. Using signals, you can ensure controlled collision-free traffic. Rail signals look at the block in front. They will allow a train to pass only if the block in front is not reserved by another train. A signal block starts and ends at a signal. In this example, the train is stuck and cannot pass that lone pesky wagon because the wagon is on the signal block in front. You can help the train get around it by building signals that separate the wagon from the intersection and open up the path. Place signals around the wagon. Okay. Crossing rails cannot have a rail signal. There and there. Okay. You can also hold and drag with the left mouse button to place multiple signals. Having multiple signals doesn't just control traffic. If you fit multiple signals close together, you can fit more trains. Excuse me, more trains together, giving you more use of your rails. Remember, signals also show which direction the trains can move. Drag placing signals. Okay. Why are they all facing the wrong way? Oh, I see. It depends on which side of the platform I put them on. Easy peasy. Okay. Quite itchy here. Signals allow you to have many trains moving together. In this example, you'll need at least 4 signal blocks in the circle. Press B or R right mouse button to close build mode and see which blocks trains are using. Okay, so if I put one there, I put one there, I put one there, I put one there. I think that's working. Signals can be one-way or two-way. To make a two-way signal, place 2 signals on the same rail piece. Two-way signals have their uses, but be careful with how you use them. Oh, I see. On the same square. Oh, on the same square. Cool. Sometimes simple rails signals are not enough. A train can still stop in the wrong place at an inconvenient time and block other trains' paths. Fortunately, chain signals can prevent this. Chain signals won't allow a train to pass unless it could safely leave the next block. By placing multiple chain signals in a row, you can cover a larger area. Use chain signals if you do not want a train to stop in a specific spot, such as an intersection. Using normal rail signals at intersections is risky. They can easily be blocked by a train stopping in the middle of it. Remember to place chain signals when going into a junction. Using the chain signals in this situation will keep the network moving. This intersection is blocked. Use chain signals to unblock it. Replace the signals going into the junction with chain signals. Okay. Going into the... Okay. What do you mean? Excuse me, baking powder, I am not understanding. Chain signals. Right, go back, go back. It says place chain signals, but how do you place a chain signal? How do I put a chain signal down? Oh, hang on. Have I just got to replace the ones that are there? There we go. But that looks right. Oh, I see. Just the ones going in just here. I'm perplexed here. So it says, replace them with chain signals, which I've done, to keep things moving. But that is not working. Ah, I see. I put too many in. So it's just this one and this one. It's just when you enter the section, not when you exit the section. Okay, that makes sense. Right, okay, so that's working. That was a little bit confusing, I've got to say. Definitely spent a few seconds trying to work that out. Chain signals are very useful at stations with multiple entrances. A train calculates its path when it starts moving. The station entrance may be blocked on its arrival. If a train approaches a blocked chain signal, it will recalculate its path and continue on its way. So I have to... So I'm guessing there. There, and there. That seems to be working. I think the main problem for me is I don't really understand what the chain signal is doing. I don't really understand how it's deciding how that's different from a standard one. Anyway, we did it. We'll work it out. Keep pressing on. Try unblocking this network using only 4 extra signals. Okay, well that's blocked. So... that in there, which allows the train to come through. Yeah, I feel like that is in the right place, but does that work? Obviously not. Let's have another look at this. So he can't go because... Oh, because that's in the way. I thought that was a tunnel for ภิľuk. Okay. So basically that then, which doesn't quite feel right. I get what we're doing. We're allowing him to bypass this, but I don't know why it doesn't feel right, but it doesn't. Anyway, okay. This network can be unblocked with 2 chain signals. Replace rail signals with chain ones. Okay. It's all about coming into... Oh, not that one then. Must be... that one. No? Must be that one. Oh, because these are already chain signals. That's why. Okay, so that's a no. So hang on, let's see where the blockage is, right? So he can't get there because... See, but now he can. Oh, he just went straight past them. Right, there you go. That should work now. See, it's this little section here. That's what's throwing me. This little overlap. That feels wrong. That's what I'm struggling with mentally. But anyway, yeah, that works. It's all good. You'll need to use both rail and chain signals to unblock this network. Try using rail signals first, then upgrade some to chain signals. Rail signals, okay. So I'm thinking that's got to be a chain signal, that one. And that's got to be a chain signal. Let's see how we get on there. Probably that's got to be a chain signal. So that's hitting this train. Why? Why is this train not moving forward? Because it's all yellow. Why is it all yellow? Something like that. Oh, I see. So purple and green have got a problem here. So So we're going to need one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. And now we need to upgrade this to be that one, so that one doesn't go through without permission. So yeah, why did it go through then? It didn't have permission to go through. Kind of needs one there, doesn't it? To split that and that up. So what we can do then is we can put one more here. I think it will work this time. So the yellow can now go onto the red track. Why could yellow not go onto the red track? Because the blue transition is here, so does that need to be... Oh, I see. I'm going to struggle with this game. I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge, and I quite like the idea of that. Now, this should work this time. The yellow can now go onto the red track, the clear track. No? I'm going to have this, I'm adamant. Absolutely adamant. Right, that looks a bit more like it, because the yellow is now a fully fledged, all-encompassing thing. Have I not... What have I not done here? There's space for you. Why are you not going? Have I put that the wrong side? No. Everything's facing the correct way. So why is that not working? Why is green not going? The track ahead is clear. He has more than enough space. Right, let's so I'm happy with that bit. Oh, no. How do I get rid of one? Oh, you can't get rid of one? Because I'm in a tutorial. Right, so these are the trains coming out. These are the trains going in. that's when we need to upgrade this one to this. Why won't yellow go? Why is that still blue? Maybe that'll work it through. Green is finally going again. Now, for some reason, yellow is not going. And now yellow is going. Okay, good. I think we've done it. Although I'm not 100% sure I understand precisely how I managed to get that working. Certainly not the most streamlined implementation ever. But it is working. There we go, 100%. You can finish or you can do next. Congratulations, this covers all you need to know about signals and controlling the rails. You are now ready to create your own rail networks. I am not sure about that. Let's just check expansion. In this tutorial you'll learn how to set up production facilities outside of your towns and how to connect everything together and move workers and goods around the network. Trains are the only means of transportation and the key compartment behind expansion. However, trains need fuel to be efficient. A train without fuel will be stuck running at a much lower speed until refueled. This means goods won't be delivered on time. Surely it should stop. To refuel, trains will need a station with a fuel source. Coal mines produce fuel for trains. Any steam train that stops where there's coal will automatically use it to refuel. All production facilities need workers and regular trains for supply and export. Hover your cursor over goods to see their production chain. Coal goes to the blue house. Coal goes to the red house. This coal mine doesn't have any trains delivering coal to the warehouse or the village. Add a route that connects the coal mine to the warehouse and assign a coal mine train to that route. Okay, you're throwing me in at the deep end. Assign route coal 1 distribute to the train 741. Wow, that was quick. That seems to be working. Okay. The warehouse is another key part of expanding your colony. Construction materials can only be used for building if they're first stored here. Right now we only have one sawmill which produces 60 wood per minute, while the upkeep is 64 pieces of wood per minute. We need more wood to keep up with consumption. Building another sawmill near your rail network. Where do you want me to build this? It's miles away. Having a sawmill isn't enough. Workers can't produce anything without a source for materials. You'll have to provide them with trees to help them produce wood. Expand the sawmill by building tree nurseries. Okay. Tree nursery. Oh, that's a tree nursery? I was expecting to see something that looked like trees. Okay. Why won't it let me build there? Expand the sawmill by building tree nurseries. Land used to plant and grow trees. Without trees, sawmills are unable to operate. I built one. Oh, I see. It has to be built from the sawmill. Has to be touching the sawmill. Okay. Didn't really explain that, to be honest. Sweet. Okay, that's working quite well. Lovely. You can also expand your wood storage. With more storage available, you won't lose time if the trains are running late. That's wood storage. Cracking. Okay. Sawmill's completed. All that is left is to connect the rail to the rail network to bring it in workers and deliver wood to the warehouse. Who built all this then? That's what I want to know. In order to move workers and goods to and from the sawmill, we need a station. Stations can be connected to a particular building by building them next to each other. Okay. Small station. Right there. Build the platform. Now that you have a station, you'll need rails for the train to travel on. Build rails parallel to the platform. Rails are also needed to connect the station to the rail network. So though Sweet Transit does have two-way trains that can move in reverse, for this tutorial we'll only have one-way trains. To help get it out of the station, we'll need to build it an exit. Build a path along... Okay. There's a bit of an elaborate exit, but an exit nonetheless. This particular rail block will work for a single train, but as the rail network gets more complicated, we run the risk of collisions between multiple trains. Rail signals divide rail lines into blocks that can each be occupied by a single train. With signals separating them, trains won't attempt to enter an occupied block. So... Oh, okay. You're happy with that. We have a sawmill ready and connected to the rail network. Next, we'll need to create a route that transfers workers between 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 1 station and Wood 2 station. Control R. Create a new route. Destination. 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗏 1 to 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗏. Specific time. Specific time. Swap workers on both. Oh. For time past, sorry. For time past. Got there in the end. The train depot lets us build and manage trains. You could create a new train by selecting the train depot and pressing a new train button. Oh, I thought it was pointing at that. Okay, gotcha. Train depot. Add new train. Add an ST10 locomotive. And how many of them? And select the 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗏 to 𝗦𝘂, inactive, currently inactive, and then deploy. Cannot build, there's a train blocking the path. We need one more train to carry the wood from the sawmill to the warehouse. Create a route for the train to follow. Control R. New route. Add 𝗦𝘂 and warehouse 1. Okay. Making sense. Wait for time past. Select the train depot. Add a new train. Have another one of them. With a flat wagon. 3 flat wagons. And then we'll put it on that route. And deploy. And there she is. Achievement unlocked. Graduate. Finish all the tutorials. Congratulations, you've learned everything you need to expand. If you'd like to help keep expanding this colony, try connecting a potato farm to your rail network. Potatoes are a requirement for worker residences, so they need to be delivered directly to your village instead of the warehouse. Okay. Good to know. You're running out of goods. Remember, structures require upkeep. Ensure your production is higher than your consumption. Right. Okay. Well, for a game that looks so basic, it's quite confusing. I was going to say complex, but it's not really complex. It's just confusing me a bit. Maybe I haven't played a game like this for a little while. Maybe that's why. But yeah, it certainly seems quite involved. And if the map could get as big as this, holy maggots, that's gonna be a lot of work. But that's the tutorial completed anyway, so that's progress. If we go to menu and we say new game, oh, there are scenarios going straight. There's Paris. So Paris just starts. We've got to produce wood, reach a population of 400, and I can show my progression. So as we progress, we unlock new things. And how far does this go? Is there a way of... Oh yeah. Okay. So not too far, but quite a bit. I think I'll probably end up going... and doing scenarios, because this looks like scenarios will test and improve your logistical skills by allowing you to solve various problems. Completing all 20 of them will make you a considerably better infrastructure designer. Scenario maps show input-outputs on their edges. Selecting one displays its required connection. Select either an input or an output. Trains enter via inputs and then follow the arrows to outputs. Place rails to connect them. Yeah, okay. I think we'll do this in the next video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye for now.